Today is today. And yesterday was today yesterday. Tomorrow will be today tomorrow. So live today. So the future today will be as the past today as it is tomorrow.
And here we go.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Fernando Rivera Jr. here. Your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yes. This guy. With the common sense and random shit show. And as you already know, it is what it is. Yes, Kamala Harris decided she wasn't running for governor in California. And supposedly maybe never for anything. We will see. But please, as I've said before, and I'll say again, and I'm sure many people on the right side, not the wrong side, agree with me. Please run in 2028. Please. We beg you. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. What else can I say? And I'm going to say again, breaking news, maybe. If I'm posting something here you haven't seen, it's breaking to you. But, I just kind of like make fun of the bullshit because it is what it is, as this guy keeps saying all the time. And just remember, I never have a script. I come on here, push live, and just go at it. So call it what you want. But I got to read a story to you because it's funny as shit. And one of my favorite channels, one of my favorite sites, your source for fake news. But I'm just saying, you never know. Some of the shit might be real. Let me go to that. Yes, Kamala, as I say, announces she will step away from politics to spend more time with vodka. Sacramento, former Vice President Kamala Harris officially announced today that she would be stepping away from politics in order to spend more time, quality time, with vodka. Harris stated that in the wake of her defeat in 2024 election, she spent time evaluating what her priorities were at this stage in life and discovered that it was vodka. I'm looking forward to finally being at home with vodka, said Harris. See, vodka, it's like a drink. It comes in a bottle and you pour it into a glass and then you drink it. Sometimes people say, stop, that's too much vodka. Then you wake up and that's basically vodka. According to former aides, Harris tried to spend as much time with vodka as possible during her time in national politics. But work too often got in the way. It's been hard on her, spending so many nights away from vodka, said longtime aide Ashley Morton. You could tell she just no longer had the hunger for politics, just the thirst for vodka. I'm happy for her. At publishing time, Harris and Titos had reportedly had a sweet reunion at her old San Francisco home. I don't know who Tito is. I'm sorry. Kind of threw me off. I'm like, who the hell's Tito? Anyway, let's get rid of this. I just thought I'd put a little humor into what's going on because as we heard in the news, she's not running for governor in California. Good for California. Because if you think it's a shit show now, I could only imagine her being the governor. Holy shit. Oh, God, they call it, what is it, California now? Times 5 with her in office. I'm just saying. We got this, Gavin Newsom there, but doing his damage already. Imagine that. But imagine her. Holy shit. It's funny. And I got to say, Kamala, what's the best way to describe it? When she was running for office, when they input her in there without anybody voting, not one vote, democracy. Even before that, I couldn't stand her. I every time I heard her talk, it was like nails on a chalkboard, and I was like, ugh, got me chills because I have common sense. Genius, I am not, I'll admit, but I have common sense. And apparently, most of America does too, because landslide, trifecta, just saying, people know. And it ain't a gender thing. It isn't a race thing. I mean, Barack Obama was the president 8 years. Let's not talk about race thing. As far as a woman, I'll be real. Tulsi Gabbard, I'm telling you, she might have a shot in the future, especially now she's on the right side, not on the crazy side, evil. But yeah, gaffes. Holy shit. Listen, Trump isn't perfect. He has his gaffe moments, and so did rotting bag of oatmeal, plenty. But let's be real. We dodged a bullet. Huge. And this right here, it's not just proof, it's evidence. Just saying.
I grew up understanding the children of the community are the children of the community. In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. You need to get to go. I need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home. We did it. We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States. I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context. I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun.
I did not know that.
If
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in
powerful.
my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
My staff will deal with that later. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right? Just, there's something about the, and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right? Yells on the bus, go round and round. So I just got, I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled. Certain issues are just settled.
Clearly we're not.
No, that's right, and that's why I do believe that we are living, sadly, in real unsettled times. It is the Caribbean nations, island nations. In the Western Hemisphere, that is where the Caribbean is, we are also in the Western Hemisphere. They are our neighbors. And talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time in terms of what we need to do to lay these wires, what we need to do to create these jobs. I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present. First and foremost, I believe that we must...
You gotta take this stuff seriously as you are, because you have been forced to have to take it seriously.
So you're now no longer are you necessarily keeping those private files in some file cabinet that's locked in the basement of the house. It's on your laptop, and it's then therefore up here in this cloud that exists above us, right?
Before I begin, I do want to say a few... When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water. As a United States Senator, I was proud to co-sponsor, and then as Vice President, it was my honor, with the President, The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. A future where we can see what is possible, unburdened by what has been. We have dreams. We can see what is possible unburdened by what has been. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know? Who saw what could be unburdened by what had been. I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those three circles. I like to think about a lot of things in the context of a Venn diagram. I love Venn diagrams. Always ask, is there a Venn diagram for this? I'm telling you, it's fascinating when you do. So, Venn diagram, those three circles, right? I asked my team to do a Venn diagram of where these attacks are happening. So, voting rights, women's reproductive rights, LGBTQ rights. And of course, there was a huge intersection. Sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that door down. Excuse my language. We did it, Joe. High five. Yes, yes.
Now, is it just me, or did that cackling drive you effing nuts? Is it just me? I'm sure people on her side were like, holy shit, woman, stop with your cackling. Just saying. I'm not saying I wanted to do that. I'm just saying. Every time I heard her talk, every time I heard her laugh, every time I heard her gaffe, I was like, holy shit, what does this country come to? And the shit about it is her supporters. They're just as cornballs. They're cornballs. Every single one. Why are they like that? Why? I asked before, is there a school where they teach you how to dye your hair? Where they implant this shit in your head? Like I was showing yesterday, there was this video of these two women, completely different women, probably from two completely different states, probably don't even know each other, putting a video on social media saying the exact same sentence about they lost themselves. They're all lost. It's crazy. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. So yeah, let's get to see let's see what the people on X are saying. Let me I have to change this around. Remember, guys, I'm M solo dolo by myself. So you will see me doing everything here. So here we go. Mr. Fang Fang himself. If you don't know what that is, I'm sure you've watched my show before. When I do that, I'm going to describe it again, just in case you're new here. It's when the shit is flung and it's coming slowly. Hits the fan. Mostly if you're liberal, that's what happens. Just saying. Check this out. Chinese spy lover Eric Swalwell Fang Fang claims that the main problem Democrats had in 2024 was that Americans just didn't see enough of Kamala Harris. Yes, we did. We saw plenty. Proud elephant. Am I subscribed? I better be. Yes, I am. Just wanted to say, check this out. These people are ridiculous.
Congressman, I mean, if you could give us just one line, I mean, what did you learn from the 2024 election? What should Democrats not do next time?
Well, we have to always be on. And let me just give you an example. Most people say that the biggest mistake that Kamala Harris made was saying that she wouldn't do anything different than Joe Biden when she went on The View.
The only thing.
I don't think that was the biggest mistake. And candidates, trip up all the time. I think the mistake was that there were many days that would pass before she did another major interview. And Donald Trump makes 3 mistakes an hour, but he's always on. And so when you're always communicating, not just to cable news, but to local news, to podcasters, to influencers, always on means you're always honest. And we have we have the values on our side, and now we just have to be in more places, more spaces, and that's why we're going to win the midterms in just under 18 months.
Do you believe that shit? What do you think? Honestly, I'm on the other end of that statement he just made. I honestly think we want them in front of the TV more. We want more Democrats. We want them to keep talking. Operation Let Them Talk. Remember? I'm sure you've heard that term before. Hell yes. Keep getting in front of the camera, people. Give us more to make fun of. Man, I say again, cornballs. These people are effing cornballs. Holy shit. Oh, anyway, let me go. Al Sharpton is now threatening to sue President Trump because Trump is correctly calling Sharpton out for being paid for his endorsement of Kamala Harris. Kamala paid many celebrities millions to endorse her. She even paid people to show up to her rallies. Let's be real here.
Some which got more.
Let's just start.
All right. What happened? Oh my God. Did I lose internet? Sorry, guys. Gotta see what's going on here. Here it is.
Most, simply with the accusation that President Trump has leveled at you, were you paid for an endorsement?
Well, absolutely not. And as the FEC filings say, they helped the campaign, gave funds for Get Out the Vote campaigns for National Action Network, of which I'm a part of, and other civil rights groups, some which got more than National Action Network did. National Action Network, nor I even endorsed her. What is interesting about this, though, is that the fact that this is as you accurately reported, second or third time, lawyers for National Action Network was looking at, can we sue him for defamation? Because he had knowledge this time that there was no endorsement and that I didn't get any money. This went to the nonprofit that I'm connected to.
Let's just start.
Yeah, we all see it. Mr. Sharpton, another piece of shit liberal. Just saying. The same people yelling about no kings called Kamala Harris their queen. Make that make sense. This was in June. I like listening to her. She's cool. Let's see, let me rewind this.
The same people yelling about no kings were the ones calling Kamala their queen. Make that make sense. Don't believe me. Wait, wasn't this you?
Oh, you guys are throwing around it. You're the vice Yes or no, please.
I seem to remember, yes, slay queen. So it's cool if there's a female monarch in this country, but you have a problem with a king? You know what's effing hilarious, though, is Trump somehow managed to get everybody in this country that doesn't even like him to call him a king all day on his birthday. Simply for existing and being himself, he managed to become royalty in the eyes of some of the nation for a whole ass day. Think of the irony in all of it. Kamala's their queen. They don't want a king, and they managed to make Trump a king for a day. Too bad, so sad, and I'd say I hate to break it to you, but it gives me joy. I just love to say that Trump is still your president. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this hypocrisy in the comments. And this is just for entertainment.
She is the shit. I like her videos. Hold on a second.
The same people...
Oh, no. Okay, who is this? Oh, yeah, Claire Patriot. Follow her. She's got a bunch of good videos. No kings. This is June 16th. No kings yet. You voted for Kamala Harris, who got 0 votes in the primary election. And yet you support the party that anointed Kamala Harris to be their candidate without a single vote. No kings in America. Hands off our democracy. That's how it is. Because it is what it is. CNN on Kamala Harris. What has she been doing since her loss? Panelists. She addressed a group of Black Democratic women a few months ago. Kamala is as useless and lazy as ever.
I also wonder how has she been spending her time, Eva? As you've been talking to sources, what has she been doing since her loss?
Right. She hasn't been all that visible. She's popped up here and there at different events. She addressed a group of black Democratic women a few months ago. But she's largely been using this time to have these tough conversations about what her next steps will be.
And we hope it's running for president. This is 4 years of an auto pen presidency gave us. If Kamala Harris had found a way to steal the election, America would have ceased to exist as a viable nation before the 250th anniversary of her birth. Let's be real. If you think this is the only thing, holy shit, elect a clown, you're going to get a circus. And this would have been a lot more than a circus. And I said this the other day. Civil war? Yes. That's what would have happened. You know why? Because there would have been so many policies that were so against America that a lot of governors would not be having that shit. That's all I'm saying. Well, governors with balls anyway. Because not all of them have balls. Kamala Harris seems to think she can lounge around by the pool all summer, then come down from on high to be crowned governor of California purely because of her identity, not her ability. No, we don't want to, Kamala, though we'd love to beat you again. This guy's running for governor, Steve Hilton. I like him. He is actually a legal immigrant from England. This is from June.
So every 2 weeks or so these days, it seems, we get another one of these stories pops out about Kamala Harris maybe running for California governor, seriously considering running for California governor. The latest one was like, oh, every time someone mentions that she might be able to be California governor, there's a glimmer in her eye. What are you doing? What is wrong with her? Who does she think she is? Just like lazing by the pool, having a lovely summer, while the rest of us are out here actually on the road, meeting people, seeing what's gone wrong after all these years of Democrat one-party rule, developing plans for how we can put it right, and actually working to save our beautiful state of California. What is she doing? Just sort of thinking about it. I mean, even Democrats are out there campaigning. Of course, we can't have a Democrat be California governor, but how can Democrats clean up the mess that they made? We need change in California. But honestly, I'd take any of these Democrats running. At least they're out there trying. Kamala Harris sort of lounging around thinking that she's going to be crowned just like she was crowned as the presidential candidate without having to actually do anything to earn it. She seems to think that she is entitled to every single job she ever gets. It's unbelievable that she's kind of entitled to be California governor as some kind of consolation prize because she doesn't want to end her career certifying Donald Trump's election victory, or that she should get this job of California governor because of her identity. She's really excited about being the first black female governor. No, this is not about your identity, Kamala Harris. It is about your ability. And
Steve Hilton, if you're in California, you want to save it? It's a good guy to look into. I'm just saying, I've been watching him for years. So glad I woke up this morning and Kamala Harris still isn't my president. I love when I wake up in the morning and Donald Trump is our president, your president. Yeah, you, anyone who's watching me, unless you're out of the country. And even then, yeah, 2019, Kamala Harris attempts to explain how Russia interfered in the 2006 election. It is frightening how close that woman was to becoming president.
A historic adversary, Russia, trying to figure out how can I take away some of the strength of that place called the United States of America. Well, one of the strengths that they've got, and it's intangible almost, you can't really touch it, but it's strong. When they walk in the room, it's their strength, is that they are a democracy. Imperfect though we may be, right? Flawed though we may be, it's part of our strength. How can we nip at that? Well, one of the greatest pillars of a democracy, especially ours, free and open elections. We are very proud of the fact we've not had any revolutions in recent history. It is through a peaceful transition of power through elections. Our election system, imperfect and flawed though it may be. So they decide to go with that. Well, let's get the American people going at each other to create division and a lack of confidence in this process. And they test out a bunch of subjects. And interestingly enough, the subject that gained the most amount of heat
was race. And they had people going at each other. This is all in the, you read the reports and you will see that this is what happened. So, but the fact is Russia interfered.
No, I'm lost. Am I the only one? Holy shit. Yeah.
And let's back up and realize what happened.
1 second. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. And what did I just do? Sorry, guys. Again, I am doing this. Did I fix it? I believe so. A little more. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what just happened. Sorry. Must hit something. Kamala Harris has officially stated that she will not be running for the California governor's seat next year, or any elected office for that matter. I don't believe it. I think she will run for president in 2028. I just really do. 2018 Senator Kamala Harris goes on Colbert and pretends like she had seen evidence of Trump colluding with Russia. Such clowns. Yes.
Was there an investigation that concluded in
Two
their
clowns
official
here.
report, the majority report, the Republican report saying no collusion?
Right.
Where are you guys?
Our investigation is still open, and we will go wherever the facts take us.
Okay, so are there things you know? Hold on. Are there things that you know that you can't tell us
Yes.
that you'd like to tell us?
Absolutely. All of the above is true.
Are they good?
God, I cannot stand that guy. I'm so glad he got fired. He needs to get out of it. He needs to get fired. Out of there. No more. Done. I'm just saying. No censorship. I explained yesterday. As far as the public TV thing, you got to look it up. Look up the rules. This guy's a piece of shit. I'm so glad. There's some more coming. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's enough of Kamala. Because honestly, I can't stand that woman. So it's a good thing. I hope she does run for president in 2028. That's all. Give her a round of applause for trying. Poop all over her face. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's change the subject because I cannot stand that I'm even on the subject. But I just wanted to put it out there. I want her to run for president in 2028. Please. Please. Anybody, I'm sure, because America's smart, would probably beat her. I can run for president. Makes sense. Even though I'm a convicted felon, because they keep using that shit on the left. I'll probably get more votes than her. Who knows? Just saying. That's how bad it is. But they're probably going to try to cheat again. But I won't get too loud on that. But anyway, change the subject since this is the common sense and random shit show. I'm going to be random. NFL teams, baseball teams, team names. The whole Aunt Jemima thing, Uncle Ben, they started canceling all this shit. They started changing, a bunch of pussies started changing their names to their teams. Who else was pissed? I was. I mean, to just outright, tear down statues and call everything racist. Mostly the left. Let's be real here. It wasn't us. And changing shit and taking shit away. It's ridiculous what happened in the last 4 or 5 years. And sports name changes is huge. I will never understand why these NFL teams gave up or any teams gave up. But Babylon Bee, one of my favorite channels, as I said, put a video out 6 days ago, and they could not have put out a better video about name change in sports teams. Yeah, check this out. This is pretty cool. Talk about breaking news. This is it.
So apparently Trump just called out the Washington Commanders, demanding they change their name back to the Redskins. That seems fair. But did you know that Trump actually had a whole list of updated team names? And we're here with the exclusive. First up to bat, baseball teams. crack. Cleveland Guardians, they're now the Cleveland Indians. Cincinnati Reds, Cincinnati Indians. Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Indians. Boston Red Sox, Boston Engine Sox. Miami Marlins, Miami Aquatic Engines. But forget about engines. The LA Dodgers will now be forced to revert to their old name, the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. And they'll be forced to play in little groom tuxedos, and all their games will be wedding themed. Oh man, it's gonna be so great. Adorable. And they're marrying each other, if that wasn't clear, because they're homosexuals. Chicago White Sox will now be the Chicago Caucasian Sox, because white is an offensive slur, and it's not tolerated in Trumpland. The San Diego Padres will now be called the San Diego Fathers, because we speak English in this country. Now the Los Angeles Angels, they're going to be changed to the Angels, because we speak English in this country. Now let's move over to basketball for some slam dunk name changes. Orlando Magic, they're now the Orlando Satanic Witchcraft. Let's call it what it is, people. The Toronto Raptors, which were named after the Ford Raptor, if you know what I mean. Well, they're going to be named to the much more butch Toronto Cybertrucks. Nothing gay about Cybertrucks. Now, the Utah Jazz is getting a major upgrade to the Utah Heavy Metal in honor of Ozzy Osbourne, because jazz is, I'm not jazz. The LA Lakers will now be called the LA Lake of America-ers, because as you know, all bodies of water must be named after America. Now the Indiana Fever, they're going to be renamed Caitlin Clark and the Clarkettes. Oh wait, that's WNBA, that's not a real sport. Now let's pass the old pigskin. We're moving to football. Hike! Hiya! All right, now we're up to the team that kicked this all off, the Washington Commanders. Or should I say, the Washington bloodthirsty savages who live in teepees. And then also, that inspired the name change for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Kansas City Indians. New York Jets, well, they're now the New York Trumps. The New York Giants, they're also the New York Trumps. I mean, have you seen Barron? And Cleveland Browns, well, actually, Trump's fine with that one. I don't know why it's on the list. Cincinnati Bengals, well, they're Bengals, okay? They are not gals. Now let's slapstick over to hockey. For the Chicago Blackhawks, you guessed it, the Chicago Indians. Anaheim Ducks, well, they're now going to be called D2, the Mighty Ducks. It's the best movie in the series. Why would you name a team after anything else? The New Jersey Devils, well, we're just going to call it New Jersey, because the devil's implied, because they're from New Jersey. The Ottawa Senators, they're going to change their name to the Ottawa Presidents, because presidents are way cooler than senators. The Boston Bruins, well, now they're the Boston Chowders, just so we can hear people from Boston say the Boston Chowders all the time. They talk funny. Montreal Canadiens will be renamed Hockey Team, since both parts of their name are offensive. Actually, hockey's offensive too, so they'll just be renamed to... Moving on. That brings us to soccer. And finally, all soccer will be banned. Thank you, President Trump, for upholding American values. Eagle Screech.
Listen, it's not crazy funny, that video, but it's common sense, funny enough that these idiots, pussies, that change the names of their teams, even though it's always been that way. But all of a sudden, fake outrage and shit, and they gave in. Bunch of pussies, I'm just saying. I hope they do change every team back. I kind of like some of those names in that video. Just saying. It is what it is. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've said before, I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of subscribers. But please subscribe, hit the like, write me. I have my email in the description. Do what you got to do. Help the channel out if you want, if you can. And help this channel grow, please. Come on, write me. Let me know what's up. What you want me to talk about. Movies. Don't forget I'm a movie guy. I'm a high-ranking black belt American Kempo Karate. You want to talk about martial arts? Let me know. What martial art you want to talk about? Are you a martial artist? Talk to me. We'll have you on as a guest. Talk about whatever martial art you want to talk about. Want to talk about movies? Write me. Maybe I'll have you on as a guest. I'm just saying. Let me know what's up. Stay true to the red, white, and blue, please. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not sure what I want to talk about yet. But last night, when I saw the news about Kamala, I had to talk about this shit. Because we did dodge a bullet. Let's be real, America. Let's be real. I just, it's crazy. Yeah. Anyway. As I said, thanks for watching. Please let me know what's going on. Let me replace this. Sorry, I wasn't ready. Yeah. Again, peace out. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just saying.